Frottage is just it's common in my field, right, in visual arts, to do rubbings in primary school, right? So we can feel textures and we can see how things can be captured without having to have a distance to represent them, to observe them, but to actually feel them and to see how things are mediated through materials and how certain kind of qualities of materials can be touched and then felt in many ways. And so these are some of the frottage things that I've collected from this space and around town. And so I'm going to pass these around and just grab one. And can we get closer? Like, can we touch? Because it's about, frottage is rubbing against, and I think it's cold enough that it's like a really good day to do it. So I'm going to pass some of these. Would you just, everyone grab an image? If you've made one yourself, feel free to use that. And just get one that you respond to, and then we'll do a little activity as well. And then I'll give you some graphite, and you can take it with you to the next place if you'd like to try it out yourself.
I've got a bunch I need over here. Can you pass me that white here? Thanks, warm. Oh, thank you. There's some more here for sure.
Oh, good. Good. Okay, does everybody have one? No? Make sure you have one.
I grabbed the first one. I didn't grab the one that's booked.
Some are harder to read. Some aren't actual like English language. Some are images. Some are just textures. I want you to think about a word, right? That it might say a word, right? Like all, right? There's some spacing, right? And I want you to have a word in your mind, and let's go around and just say the word in a kind of a round. So. And would you start? And then we'll go to Richard and just say it right, one after each other, all right?
I have a son. Son.
Privilege. Oh. Do I say the word of what
Yeah,
I have?
Just
Son.
say a word. Son.
Disability. Oh, say it.
Erected. Occupied.
Out. Oh. Okay. Asking, giving.
Like a monument to space, a hole in the ground.
19.
Mid.
Historic.
Trans bodies.
Budgets. Rage. Live. Gallery of art.
Thank you. So, one of the reasons ARA seems like I keep coming back, I'd like to rub against ideas and I hear the people that, talk and make me think in different ways, even if they challenge some of, my own kind of notions. I think that's one of the reasons why we come, right? And even this morning, I went to James Saunders' presentation, and some of the thoughts that I gathered there were that we move to the arts because sometimes they can be overdetermined, right? We can have a lot of didactics as we move into an art space, a lot of framing, and then we come up with something in specific, right? But he was challenged, or at least he challenged me, I think, to think about how do we avoid that over-determining. We enter something as an improvisational space where we're open for something else, and I was inspired by that. Then I went to a presentation by Bista, who talked about how when we teach children, should we be teaching them? And in some ways, it counters James's ideas, but it was a nice provocation. He said maybe we should teach grown-upness to children, right? How does that fall into our kind of our own perspectives as educators to teach them? Exactly, right? And so I love that rubbing against those ideas, and what I would like to do is invite you to capture words or responses or textures or phrases in our next space. Thank you very much. So I'll give you some graphite and some paper so you can do that.